I appeal to all authorities in Myanmar, civilian authorities and military authorities, to indeed put an end to this violence that, in my opinion, is creating a situation that can destabilize the region.
Mass gang rapes, killings, including of babies and young children, and other serious human rights violations by Myanmar security forces.
Preghiamo anche per I fratelli Rohingya.
Buddha definitely help to those poor Muslims.
Sheer amount of violations that were reported to us. I must say we didn't meet a single person out of the 204 that hadn't experienced some type of violation.
Given all of this, can anyone rule out that elements of genocide may be present?
The government in Myanmar, with Aung San Suu Kyi, with all people in the region, to make sure that the people affected by this conflict are kept safe.
By law, her civilian government has virtually no authority over the Burmese military. The army is essentially autonomous.
But critics have said that she is the one person in the country who could short-circuit the violence.
Aung San Suu Kyi doesn't control the military, so she can't stop the attacks that are taking place. But what we didn't expect her to be is almost like a cheerleader for the military on what's going on.
Suu Kyi's first address to the nation since the violence erupted came days after she cancelled plans to attend the UN General Assembly.
We condemn all human rights violations and unlawful violence. We are committed to the restoration of peace, stability, and rule of law throughout the state. We want to find out why this exodus is happening.
In September 2016, she appeared on BBC television, where she was interviewed by the journalist Michal Hussain.
Amid all the positive developments that we've seen in the last couple of years in your country, there are also some very troubling ones, and I'm thinking particularly of this wave of ethnic violence that has targeted Burma's Muslim community. What is your view of what's been happening there? Some people are calling it ethnic cleansing.
No, it's not ethnic cleansing.
In this interview, Aung San Suu Kyi refused to condemn the violence against the Rohingya and denied empathically that there had been ethnic cleansing. At the end of the interview, Aung San Suu Kyi loudly complained about the fact that no one had warned her that she would be interviewed by a Muslim.
We've just arrived at this village, and as you can see from these fires, they've only just been lit. In fact, we bumped into the people who almost certainly lit them, carrying machetes, not wanting to talk, though one did admit, yes, they'd set these buildings alight with the help of the police, their ethnic Rakhine. This was a Muslim village. Now, the government has claimed that all of the village destruction is at the hands of Muslim militants and Rohingya inhabitants. What we've seen here tells us a very different story, a story of ethnic cleansing, of driving Muslims out of this part of Myanmar.
Of all the villages that have been burned down, have they all been burnt down by Muslim militants? Is that what we're saying? That all of them, 100%?
Okay, can we get up?
We don't want is to have Aung San Suu Kyi just listen to ASEAN countries, China or Russia. They need engagement with the West. We're all former friends. She needs to change, and perhaps the West needs to give her another chance and not impose sanctions. Find ways for more UN collaboration. International human rights groups rightly have been speaking up, but maybe find ways to stop these atrocities together with monitors from the Human Rights Committee to go into Myanmar, taking these refugees from Bangladesh safely.
Because Myanmar has refused access to human rights investigators, the current situation cannot yet be fully assessed, but the situation remains or seems a textbook example of ethnic cleansing.